Sometimes when I'm creating my reels or stories or TikToks, because we're limiting ourselves to that small amount of time to get our information out, we sometimes don't get to really talk about some of the things that we want to talk about in the length of time that we want. Hence why it's so great to be on here and be able to speak for as long as we want and about whatever we want. Because sometimes you just need that extra time to really sort of talk about things in a little bit of a longer fashion. Sometimes it's super difficult to try and put everything into 60 seconds or into 3 minutes. So I thought I'd start doing some more of these videos with some of the insight and things that I talk about across some of my other platforms. And sometimes you just don't know if what you're saying can help someone else. What if your insight of your experience is the one thing that someone else needs right now, or needs to know that, oh, that's a great idea, or wow, I never thought of that, or it instigates something in the person who's listening to think of something else. So I thought I'd just pop in here and talk about some of the things that pop into my head, or the discussions I have with some of my friends about so many different random things. And today, one that I thought I'd share was really quite interesting, because if you've seen, I have another video in here where a month or so ago I was talking about how I use our horror characters as avatars for shadows. So having that image of those scary characters allowed me to sort of bring them up to the surface, look at them as, oh, I'm so scared, but then be able to sit down and talk with them and understand what the whole shadow is about and work a way to demystify, destroy, release, whatever it is. That tool was something that really helped me. But this morning I woke up and I had this new thing pop in. So I think because my mind is so full of creation and imagination, there are so many different ideas that do pop in to help me when I'm facilitating and working through things. But I'm pretty much at a stage now where most of these issues or stories or fears or beliefs or shadows are pretty minuscule. If they do show up in some way, having all those tools behind me has really allowed me to be able to identify and to see what they're about, and to use whatever it is I want to use in order to release it or allow it to move on. But this morning it was like going into an office or something, and it was the fear and doubt section. So it was like, welcome to the fear and doubt department. And in that department there was a lineup. So imagine if you're in an office and these are all the people lined up as interviewees for a job. So it was like that, and it was my job to allow those people who had lined up for the jobs to speak, so I could listen to them, see what their fears were. And it was such a little bit out of the normal. Some people probably say, oh, that's so stupid, but it's not. When you're truly in your creation state, in that pure essence of who you are, your imagination, it's like liquid. It's just allowing so many things to come into your mind, and so many thoughts, new ideas, new creations, whatever it is. So allowing that to sort of come to the surface and come out and be seen and shown in that way was pretty cool. Don't get me wrong, I still use my horror characters. Not as much, because we don't have as much as that. But I thought it's really nice to see other people talk about things that you probably go, oh, that's weird, you're strange, or oh, that's a cool idea, let me try that. And you can create things on your own. You can create your own scenarios or situations in your mind, or just be open to allow your own imagination to bring through a way for you to be able to see or listen to these voices and these old beliefs or these stories or shadows, whatever you want to call them, that are still hovering around and that are holding you back from your true creation state. I'll see you soon, guys.